So in my previous video, I spoke about fear and greed. I spoke about the concept of Mr. Market. So if you didn't see that video, probably go and watch it first. But today I want to give you an example of one company that is publicly traded. And before I do that, I just want to tell you that this is not an advice to invest. It's just my observation. You should do your own research and act accordingly. Just my observation of what I've seen over the years. The stock we're going to cover today is one cruise company called Royal Caribbean International. So we're not talking about flashy IT or high tech or any other type of, a moment investors that get people excited. This company has been around for many years. Yes, it's in the industry, what we call leisure industry. So sometimes people like investing those stocks. Sometimes they run away from them. So let me give you a few examples. So the company, I started covering this company probably close to 20 years ago. And before the 2008 crisis, the company was trading at probably close to around $50. But then the 2008 came. And before that, the oil prices went up all the way to almost $150 a barrel. And everybody said, well, cruises are not going to be profitable anymore. It's way too much money to sail. So, and the recession came in 2008. So the stock went down all the way to $5. And I remember reading some analyst reports, and they would say that the stock would go to $1. So it's a perfect example of Mr. Marking coming to you and say, hey, how about I sell you the stock for the $5 and you can buy this company. So it was a timing where the stock was mismanaged. And what happened then, over the time, obviously the company recovered, and the stock went all the way to $133. That was the price of the stock in the beginning of 2020. So yes, it took 12 years, but somebody who bought the stock for $5 made a killing. It's almost 20 times over the period of 11 years. And then in 2020, COVID came. And obviously, there's no secret that many businesses got impacted by COVID. And obviously, cruises were hit the hardest. And no surprise that the Royal Caribbean dropped from $133 all the way to $24. Now, to be honest, in 2020, even at $24, you never knew if the cruises are going to recover or not. But people started buying it, and at $24, the price was too low. But then the price of Royal Caribbean went to over $100. Now, at $100, it was traded at exactly the same price, or almost the same price, as it was prior to COVID, with 0 ships sailing. So it's another example of mismatch in the pricing, because people got too greedy. There was no definition or no support for that price. And what happened in 22 is simply there is no explanation. Suddenly the ship started sailing actually in 21, and the stock dropped again to $33 in 22 with ships in the water. So think about it. In 21, ships are not in the water, not sailing. The price is $100. In 22, the ships are sailing. The company is coming back to the market, and the stock price drops to 33. So fast forward to today, Royal Caribbean stock price is approximately $330. So those who bought it just 3 years ago made 10 times their money. I'm not even talking to restatement of dividend. People who bought it at $33 are getting just 10% on the dividend alone. Now, if you ask me if the price of the stock is mismatched again, it could be. It could be too high. We don't know. And I'm just giving you it as an example. When you look at the price of a stock or price of some real estate, and sometimes it's too high and people are mismanaging the expectations. But sometimes those prices become too low. Look at the real estate market of 2008. You could buy everything for pennies on a dollar. So those opportunities are rare, but they exist, and you can make deals in any environment. But you need to look for those opportunities. So remember this: when people are greedy, probably you should do the opposite, right? They start selling. But when the people are fearful, probably you should start buying. And in my next video, I'm going to give you some examples from real estate showing this concept. I hope it helps to your success.